Mm. Good afternoon, people. I'm trying to wake up. I haven't made a video in a minute. I've been ripping and running, going places and stuff. But this is No Good Do Gooder with the N-O and the K-N-O. Even though my N-O channels were stolen. Okay? But you can always reach me on the K-N-O, No Good Do Gooder, or my name. Keasha Dilworth. All right. I just wanted to address a couple of things. Like, I put on my Facebook basically how you shouldn't just judge a book by its cover, you know, and you shouldn't, like, underestimate someone's intellect, and you shouldn't have, like, outdated thinking. No matter what you do in life, like your thinking, it needs to constantly update. It don't matter what you say, like what people be doing. Oh, this me. Oh, you gotta deal with this. Or I've always been like this. Or, I'm not changing for nobody. Whatever you want to say that keeps you stuck, 'cause that's what's going on when you do that. You're stuck in an old way. And so, as you're stuck in that old way, none of your new blessings come. Period. I spoke of a book that I read years ago. I was in my 20s when I read this book. And it was like the book of Jabez, prayers. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to come back and talk to y'all about it because I got to answer my door. Okay? So I'll be back, all right? Okay, I'm sorry about that. I was talking about the book of Jabez. It's a really good book. It helps you to put it helped me to put a lot of things into focus, on how I wanted to look at things, And it talked about how a man, he goes through some things on earth and then he passes away. And after he passes, he gets there to God, and it's like a tour. And then they go into like a room, but they describe it, and I think it's dark, but God knows like where his filing cabinet is with all of the things that he missed. And they're in like the ethers. And it's the cabinet comes out really, really, really long. Okay? Very long. And he asked God, what was that? Like, what's that about? And God was on some stuff like, this is the blessings that you missed. Like all the things you asked for. All the things that appear in different ways in front of you to bless you. But you don't recognize the signs. You don't understand to go with the flow. Or you're just not paying attention because you're waddling in that mood that you're in. We all know that a lot of things, that's my light making it like that. Okay. But we all know like a lot of things will make you happy, sad, mad, frustrated, all kinds of shit, And it's like, that's okay, but you got to put a time limit on it. The reason you got to put a time limit on it is because it's just like any routine you get sucked into. You get sucked into it for like years. And you just Once you realize how long your file cabinet is, it's like, fuck. I didn't get no good feeling, you know? And I started thinking back like, dang, did I miss out like that? Did I do that? You know? And I started being mindful. And during that time, I was getting different motivational books from my parents. That was one of them. And different sales books, which is similar to the motivation from my father. Okay? And like I might read one and it was the sales, business, all that. The next one reading the motivation one. And the feelings I got and the understanding from the things that I read, and then when I correlated it with everyday life, which is business of any kind, you know, everything started to have a different, like, it was not a different structure, okay, because that's what I was going to say, but it has more of a tailored, you know, custom fit connection to it. And it starts to connect different parts of the brain, the ideas, you know. And I kept at the back of my brain, I said, what if I die? And I've died before. I've said that several times. But my thought was, what if I die and I get to heaven and I got a file cabinet that motherfucking long of shit I missed. And when I know I need it, when I got times of struggle, you know? I kept that in mind. Also kept in mind the favorite phrase from my mother, if you can't talk about it, you don't need to do it. Best advice I've ever gotten, along with the second best advice, which was from my father. And he said, you don't burn your bridges with people because you don't know where they will be later on. You never know. The person you bullied in high school could be your boss. You get what I'm saying? But the accuracy of that and the irony of it, you get it? So it started to make sense in my mind, like preparation of some kind. I didn't know the outcome of the structure. It was just being built as I go, as far as the flow of the connectivity. Because I would tie the Bible in and read other books, documentaries. I was one of those that wanted to know, like, not just what they taught us in the books about Christopher Columbus, but the literature everywhere around the world about Christopher Columbus, because each story was different. And each story, one was black and then one was white, you know. And I'm like, okay, that's psychological, because this is past, you know, the slavery era. And they did this back during slavery. And I'm like, they're still doing this now because of the teaching when we all are in school. you know. And then they tricking the kids. This is why I would talk to my nieces and nephews all the time. But they're tricking the kids. My niece will come home and tell them, Auntie, we was like going way back in time. I'm like, how far back y'all go? What y'all study? She comes in the 1900s. Guess what? This how they fucking us up with our own damn kids. Because when was we born? In the 1900s. It don't matter if it's a 1980. Just because they emphasizing the damn 1900s. They think we ancient than the motherfucker. The psychological trip. And what happened to me was when I combined the motivation, the inspiration aspect, okay? You got the math and the gift of gab with the sales. And it's kind of like the flow. Whenever you do a presentation or you get into a field that you like and you're able to describe every facet of it and you're excited about it. That's when people would say things like, I love my job. I wake up and I go to work every day, but it never feels like a daunting task. It's actually enjoyed, And when I combine it with history, of course we've all known that we weren't presented a lot of times in any stature, or we won't like great folk. We was the slaves. That's all they want to keep that narrative going. And we know that a lot of the inventions back then were invented by us, but then transferred or sold or taken. It's all the same thing, really. Over to the others, and you have to think the capitalization off of that is well over 400 years. It's 500 and something, And so it's like a trick is done when you compare the history along with inspiration, motivation, because that means combining the church with your spirituality. And then you got your intellect always growing, because in business things change, and you always gotta know the next like hot shit, and you gotta know how to talk. So you're not gonna be timid and afraid or frail, And then when you connect them dots with the history, with the mother, all your little senses gonna spark and fly the fuck off, and you gonna realize the same shit I did when I compared the shit with the damn Bible. Whatever era in time they talking about, I would look at that era in time and I would say, they say this happened 2,000 years ago, but they still repeating the same shit, And it's like 2,600 years, 3,000 years, 3,600 years. And I'm like, what the fuck? They are enslaving the same damn people. Every era in time. They done switched us all around this motherfucking world. Every era in time. So it's like you Indian and you want to stay Indian. I ain't talking about with the dot. No, I am talking about. Oh shit. I am talking about the one with the dot. Because you from India, okay? Not an Indian feather. Oh, I'm stop my shit. Okay. But I ain't trying to be racist and no shit like that. Okay? But when you say like, yo, I want to stay Indian, you know what I'm saying? I want to mix them black folk. Even though you black though. But you like shit. I'm on some black Indian shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, welcome to India. Them Indians. Don't get me confused with the how, motherfucker. You know. And so some people say, oh, you're racist, right? That's why I say you're trying to be racist on here. But the racist would say, I just like my shit, repping my shit. What? I want me an Indian woman, you know what I'm saying? And she need to dress this way. I don't want that. I don't want that how motherfucker. I don't want that. No, I ain't intertwining and mixing and blending with that. No. I'm about that action and they about that peace and love bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like it'll blend good, you know what I'm saying? And whether you know it or not, we about to be switched in this era in time. Shifted. Another part of the world. And guess what all y'all gotta do? Blend with our ass anyway. So that's like that means, are you really winning? That's that hate to love to hate. Isn't that the cycle we leaving out of? You know, they wanna hype up all your fuck shit and all your good shit. No, they ain't bringing none of that out. Get it? Now's the time for even you can bring out your good shit. Say, I ain't gonna say no fucked up shit, cause sometimes I got some shit in my brain. You know, but motherfuckers do this, and they have gotten away with it in the past. So this is gonna be a trigger thing. So a trigger warning, and then this is gonna be like food for thought. Okay. A person could be like, you know, I know I molest children, but all these accolades I got will override and overlook my molestation of children. And it worked. We allowed it. Okay? Difference is now you should know that was the devil. Of course, we all know that, right? And but now it's God's time. So it's like you ain't gonna get praised for being a molester and with great accolades. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nah. You're gonna get in trouble for the molestation and shit, and you're gonna do your fucking time. And you're gonna pay back the money to them motherfuckers you did that shit, and balance this thing on out. You know. Now, if you've been fucked over, like in my situation, all motherfucking lies, just goddamn, full of motherfucking lies, okay? And you know you the opposite of that. And if you done one of the things that I did, I said, wait a minute. I have never been molested. What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? I was like, why the fuck is motherfuckers trying to put this shit on me? Or I was gonna say some more fucked up shit. Well, all the bad shit, right? And I'm like, that ain't me. It's like a fucking song. That's alright, so I gotta get my little PR on. And this is like parts of me that's like, yo, let me bring out all my accolades. Let me bring out all my intellect. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring out all the shit that motherfuckers hate, but you gonna hate to love it. You see what I'm saying? Ain't gonna love to hate it. What is that? The balance. So whether you like it or not, you still gonna deal with me, and you gotta deal with me. This time though, all the disrespect, out of here. What you gotta do? Respect my black ass. Period. Mainly because not just my rank or no shit like that. It's more like I earned it. The era's gone where you can like pretend that you earned it. Now you gotta have actually earned it. You had the bad ways of transferring the wealth. Now we're in the good ways of transferring the wealth. Because before, the fake people got credit. Now, the real people are going to get credit. Okay? But you have to open your mind to understand that. Because to a lot of people, it's going to seem like this shit is too fucking easy. It's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be hard. Because you going to have to realize that you already been through the hard shit. They re-enslaved our black asses 6 motherfucking times. 6 eras in time. What the fuck? Why is you going to be paying for shit now? You know? You wasn't paying for like your bad deeds because you were actually a bad person. Okay? Slavery proves that we're not the bad people. Okay? Now, a rewiring is to gear you up for slavery. Again, that high to low, bring you up to take you down. That's the roller coaster. You know, if you can look at your world and understand by the people that run it that they are gaslighting narcissists, and if you are not a gaslighting narcissist, you're on the other side. You know? And when you're on the other side and you know that, it's like, why abide by the rules of the bad side? It'll never get you nowhere. Because you ain't really bad. You know what I mean? You took on the sins of the whole fucking world. And you got trauma in your DNA. They were supposed to have been offered up health and human services. Psychological clarity, clearness, thoughtfulness. They're supposed to be engaged. You know all the shit they were supposed to be did and they ain't never do it and said they was and keep fucking with us and then shit don't never show. And God on some shit like, oh, you way past time for that bullshit. That's what this really is. God is making sure that the wrongs get done right on a massive scale faster than the previous era in time. Because when God woke me up, it's a serious thing. Because I'm tethered to this planet. Just like they are. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like whenever they have a birth, okay? And because they are creation itself, and guess what? They put a world. They put a world. They put a combined universe in the universe. And in you. It doesn't unlock though. Until you just be your true self. Even if you fucked up. You know, I'm the type that'll say, damn, I done fucked up. What the fuck? I might call and say, oh, hey, yo, look, no, let me just apologize. You know what I'm saying? You know, for my fuck shit. But if it's my parents or some shit like that, I have to call on some, ooh. It ain't no bad way. It's just one of them things where you gotta deliver unwavering support. And like, there's a difference because people don't know anything about either. And because I have been here since like the beginning, and I did soul retrievals from all my lives, and everything is connecting within me, like, type thing. I stuttered for a second though. But it helps you to reposition your thoughts when you elevate. It helps you to align more with your mission that has you tethered to the planet, And it's like once the growth of any kind, all of it, from the tinglings, the sparks, epiphanies, as that shit happens and grows, the calmer you get. Because you'll realize, like, hey, that's not how you preserve your life. If the maximum amount of anger to the minimal amount of anger can still put you in the hospital, it's like, oh, yeah, I ain't gonna keep going that route. You get it? If I tell you the way I view things, which is the more you stimulate your intellect, the younger you get. Keep the brain young, keep the body young. It's like a well-oiled machine, brand new car. We're supposed to know how to get the maintenance on our brand new car. And that was a few of the things that was hidden to preserve a lot of things. And we're the people that have preserved a lot of stuff in our DNA. That's what the Christ consciousness is really about. Your antennas to God is on point, and it's unlocking your DNA, which has your rank, position, title, what you have, worldly or galaxy-wise, The lineage you're tapped into, it's like you get your download on yourself because you did the work to be able to do that. And then with the Christ conscious thing, you can't be stuck on anything. It's like as soon as you have a roadblock of something telling you like, oh my God, I don't want to learn this. Or I don't see how this is relevant, Or who's going to use this? This shit is not important. Yes, it is. That mathematical equation can be done by a person. And it could free your body and free your mind. And there are so many different things that can unlock in your DNA that you would be able to do to help yourself and help out your folk. It's like, if you don't want to do it for no other reason, do it for that. We all have ran across like instances in time where we know we need to defend ourselves and we ain't got everything to defend ourselves. It's nice to know, though, that you have your angelic help to defend you, too. And I always got your six, and to tell you what's up and what's going on. And, if you do happen to miss a beat, they're going to run it back for you. Whichever way you can get it, they're going to run it back and let you know. Okay? So just think about things and then start growing those parts. You know, it's like taking it. Be your own teacher. Like, I don't mean no harm to a lot of teachers. Shit. Some of y'all even know y'all ain't no good damn teacher. So all I'm saying to adults, teach your motherfucking self. Even if you went to college, and even if your teacher is trash, and even if your teacher is great, you still teaching your motherfucking self. They like a guide. Your mind still has to grow and unlock, and when you get them damn answers, it's the same. It's the same. I'm gonna go because you hear her in the background already getting on my damn nerves. All right, folks. Peace. Later. I ain't gonna even say it on camera.